Hi guys, so Blizzard have actually announced World of Warcraft Classic, which is technically a legacy server for World of Warcraft. Now I'd say a large number of the player base have wanted this for a long time, and that's why I've always supported the idea of a legacy server for vanilla WoW. But since it was never an option, people resorted to playing on unofficial servers, such as Nostalarius, which was the most common, popular, unofficial classic server. Now whilst I don't condone people making these servers, I do understand their reasoning for doing so, as they wanted to play the game in its original state. However, this resulted in Blizzard having to take action and shut down these servers in order to protect their IP, which again I completely understand Blizzard's position on this. However, it seems Blizzard have now listened to this section of the player base and will be releasing an official version of vanilla WoW. Vanilla is the term commonly used to describe the original unmodified version of the game, aka Classic World of Warcraft. So why are Blizzard doing this? As remember, Blizzard were actually against this in the beginning. Well, in my opinion, it's for a number of reasons. It could be to maybe entice old World of Warcraft players back to the game, for those who enjoyed the vanilla style of gameplay. That may then also entice them to purchase or even try the current version of the game. It could also be used to show people who never got the opportunity to play vanilla because they were either too young or did not start playing until later expansions, just what it was like playing the game in its original state. However, I do believe it's primarily to protect their IP from private servers. I think it's far easier to just make your own official version of the original World of Warcraft than to have to keep shutting down private servers that keep popping up, which costs Blizzard both time and money. So by simply investing that time and money into making legacy servers, this will potentially kill off any other private server out there. As why would you go to an unknown, unofficial private server when you can go to the official developer's server? Think of it a bit like the WoW token. There used to be the constant spamming of gold sellers in chat trying to get you to go to certain sites to buy in-game gold, which normally came from hacked accounts. Since the introduction of the WoW token, where it can be purchased for real money from the Blizzard store and sold in the game on the auction house for in-game gold, I don't think I've seen a gold seller in WoW since, at least on my server. Now there has been no official release date as of yet, and no mention on how this will actually be implemented. Will all of the dungeons and raids be released at the same time so that they are available from the beginning, and you just have to work your way up to the maximum level required to enter them, as well as having to do all of the attunements for Molten Core and Elixir, etc. Or will they release them in patch cycles like they do now? This is all something we will just have to wait and hear about. Now I do think it will be a separate game on your Battle.net launcher, just like we have with Overwatch and Hearthstone and all of the other games that are on there, as I can't see how it can just be on a different server within the live game itself, as surely this would cause massive issues within the current game. For example, things like add-ons would cause numerous issues, and would no doubt need to be disabled or recoded. Pets, mounts, flying, transmog and bag size would all be some of the things that would not be available, and there would just be so many numerous and unforeseen things that could end up causing conflicts within the game, so it's much more likely to be a separate game on your launcher. Now because we don't know how far they are into developing Classic WoW, it's difficult to speculate on a release date. It could be released at the very end of Legion, when there will be most likely a content drought, as Blizzard will be working on the new expansion, so it could provide a good content filler. I personally don't think it will be released anytime around the Battle of Azeroth, which is the next WoW expansion, as Blizzard won't want anything conflicting or competing with their new release. So if that were the case, you're maybe even looking at the end of the next expansion, but who knows, we have no idea how this will play out. Another thing is the cost of Classic WoW. I'd like to think that Blizzard would make this free to play, but I'm also realistic that Blizzard are a business, and will no doubt look to make some form of profit on this. What with such a high amount of the player base wanting to play a classic version of World of Warcraft, I'm sure that some form of payment will no doubt be required. I'd like to think that anyone with a World of Warcraft subscription would get this game included as long as their subscription was active. And for anyone who only wanted to play the classic version of WoW, then maybe a reduced subscription fee would be appropriate. Now I really do hope that the people who have wanted this are now happy, and that they actually play and support Classic WoW. I've already seen and heard people saying that they have to bring, for example, flying to Classic, as well as a number of other quality of life things. So I hope it doesn't turn into people demanding things to be implemented from current World of Warcraft into Classic, as then it simply wouldn't be what made WoW so classic back then. Anyway guys, I look forward to seeing on how this will turn out. I myself played vanilla from the very beginning and have a lot of great memories from that time. But if I'm honest, I'm not really as interested in Classic WoW as some people are. However, that does not mean I won't once again play it and level a character to max level. We all love nostalgia, don't we? Now I'd love to hear people's opinions on Classic WoW, especially from people who have wanted this for a long time. So thanks for watching, please comment, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.